We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars to red bars. And the last piece that would be missing for a full transition is white with red borders. Now, in today's volatility, our SPY buy sent out a bear indicator at 9:30 a.m. and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And you guys can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, coming back down towards the 420 area and fighting to bring itself back up above it. And we're going to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot sent out a bear indicator at 8:25 a.m. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY doing a full transition from bright green bars to red bars. And as I stated earlier in the video, the last piece missing to hit the dip area would be white with red borders on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator since 422 area. The S&P 500 also had outflows cross over to the downside for the first time here since way back here on Wednesday of last week, and a slight outflow there on the Thursday, but these inflows were strong throughout the rest of that week. Now, this is the first bear indicator that pops up since the bull indicator from down here at around 411 area. That is something to not ignore, and it's one of the highest points that we've reached up here in the recent days and weeks of 423, and it's come all the way back down so far to 418. And in the second half of the day, outflows are still dominating. No inflows have picked up to justify this move so far. Things have bounced back up above 420 and hit highs up here of about 421 almost, right at around 420.97. Huge rejection, came back down towards 419, and it's fighting here in the second half of the day for the SPY, the S&P 500 index, to stay above the 420 area. Now, these inflow versus outflows are going to be crucial and critical going into tomorrow, and I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch within the volatility. So The first thing is when we zoom out to the 1 hour, this is the first outflow crossover that is significant here so far at negative 0.46, because the last one was right at the midpoint since the bull indicator from down here at around 411.60 from Wednesday of last week, and a full transition from the dip area into the rip areas have happened, right? In today's pre-market, it hit highs here of 423, and it was in a rip area of bright green bars, and so far a bear indicator has popped up to cancel out this bull indicator, and outflows have crossed over significantly here, and we've hit so far dark green with red borders, right? The last piece missing to continue the transitions down, if these outflows continue further, would be red bars and then white with red borders. Now, we need to talk about the key levels to watch, because on these outflows, this is one of the most crucial things I'll be watching going into tomorrow. If this turns out to be a bottom and a bounce here, and cancellation of this bear indicator is in process, it's going to be critical and crucial to justify any further strength up that these inflows on the 1 hour pick up from red to green and get back above the midpoint, guys. That is going to be something to not ignore and overlook here, and I'll be watching very carefully here going into tomorrow. Now, in the volatility, we could see how inflows tried coming back up, but they have not crossed, guys. This is something to not ignore as well, because on the 15-minute, a full transition from the rip area to the dip area has happened. A bear indicator popped up at around 422.17 area, and in this downward pressure, there's been a divergence of inflows trying to pick up, and now it's starting to reflect into the chart, but there's not enough strength to continue upwards, right? It went all the way up to 420.97, has fallen back down here, and it's fighting between the 419 and 420 area, but these inflows on the 15-minute are just getting closer, but they have not crossed over, guys. It's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick up, break through the midpoint to start reflecting that strength into these charts, and possibly cancel out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. That's going to be critical and crucial. I would not overlook that here within the volatility. Now, the first levels I'll be watching is support, and the first support level here is 419, guys. Things bounced off of that area in today's volatility and came back up. 419 is going to be crucial and critical, and if these outflows continue to the downside on multiple time frames, especially on the 1 hour, if it starts to pull further away from the midpoint to the downside, the next support I'll be watching is the 417 area, and then below that would be the 415 area, guys. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside, and to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here for these inflows to pick up here on the 30-minute, and not just here, but also on the 15-minute, guys, as it's trying to come back up here. So far, no bull indicator. Bear indicator still in effect up here, and these inflows are still not above the midpoint, guys. So we want to see these inflows continue pushing up to continue reflecting that strength, possibly cancel out this bear indicator with a bull indicator and roll that strength over into the 30-minute and continue the transitions back up and get these inflows going to cross that midpoint here on the 30-minute and bring that strength back up here on the 1 hour, as it's really close to the midpoint there, and under a bear indicator that just popped up around 420.70 area. It'll be crucial and critical to get back above it to eventually cancel out that bear indicator in the process in that possible move back up of inflows picking up. Well, the first resistance will then be 421. That's where the rejection happened in the middle of the day. That's where the rejection happened here in the second half of the day. And then above that comes the 423 area near the highs in the pre-market and where things rejected to come back down, right? And that's the highest point we recently reached. And then above that, if these inflows can pick up on the 15-minute, start reflecting that strength into these charts, and on the 30-minute, canceling out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator, the next resistance above 423 would then be the 425 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. I'll be watching the bull and bear indicators very carefully and closely, and the inflow versus outflow will be crucial and critical and something to not overlook. as those inflows are trying to pick up on the 15 minute. They're red right now on the 30 minute. It's going to be critical to switch from red to green, head towards the midpoint, and on the 1 hour, it is really close there to the midpoint, not that far off at negative 0.46. So something to not ignore there, and that's what I'll be watching very carefully. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.